know what, bro? I'm a little slow on this sometimes, y'all. Like, excuse me, but look, I was thinking that she was the same girl. What's that other girl that looked like her? Y'all know who the hell I'm talking about? Put it in the comments down below. She was like having a midlife crisis and shit. Thought she was black. When child stars go wrong, we all know, man, they get it early on in his career. They get into the game, man, and the game just chews people up and spit them out, man. Usually they end up on drugs or somewhere strung out. Same shit, right? But look, man, let's get into this video right here, man. Make sure you protecting the people around you, protect your energy at all times, man. Hopefully y'all having a good day, and we got good vibes on this channel. So make sure y'all go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe if you want to. And this video is made for entertainment and educational purposes. But look, let's get into it.
Number 7, Jake Lloyd. After starring opposite Arnold Schwarzenegger in Jingle All the Way, child actor Jake Lloyd rose to worldwide fame after he was chosen by director George Lucas to play young Anakin Skywalker in Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace. The 1999 movie was one of the most highly anticipated productions of its time, but many felt it hadn't lived up to expectations for various reasons, including character and storyline choices. Even though 8-year-old Lloyd won a Young Artist Award for his performance, a portion of the harsh criticism was aimed at his acting. He consequently went through a period of severe emotional turmoil. He was reportedly bullied at school and harassed by the press for his role in The Phantom Menace to such a degree that he soon decided to retire from acting. In March of 2015, when Lloyd was in his mid-20s, the police were called to the Indianapolis home of his mother, Lisa Riley. She alleged that he'd arrived at her residence and verbally berated, then physically assaulted her. Riley declined to press charges, revealing that Lloyd suffered from paranoid schizophrenia and hadn't been taking his medication at the time. She would also later state that the former child actor had a symptom called anosognosia, meaning that he was unaware of his mental health condition. In June of that same year, Lloyd, who went by the surname Broadbent, was arrested in South Carolina. The sheriff's office had been alerted to a reckless driver. Lloyd sped away upon being approached by law enforcement, and a chase ensued on Interstate 95. During the pursuit, Lloyd reportedly drove at upwards of 100 miles. He crashed through a fence and went off-road, ultimately coming to a halt after crashing in some small trees. Lloyd was charged with reckless driving, driving without a license, and resisting arrest. He wasn't released on bail and was eventually transferred to a psychiatric facility. In 2020, his family announced that he'd moved closer to them and continued receiving treatment for his condition. Number 6.
Well, goddamn, that's good though. You know what I'm saying? Long as my man's is out here getting treatment, because you know I got family members with, like, you know, they got issues like that. I know people that I grew up with that developed. I guess they had it the whole time, and you know it's a crazy thing, because you see them like their whole life will change, bro. They start doing shit that's just not normal. Sometimes people just need help, man. So if y'all ever see the signs in y'all people, man, make sure they get help. Especially these child stars, bro. They be exposed to all of this stuff, bro. I just think that, I don't know. How y'all feel about that?
Haley Joel
Osment.
Osment.
I think it messed him up.
Haley Joel Osment began his acting career in the mid-1990s, portraying Forrest Gump's son in the eponymous film that went on to win 6 Academy Awards. He rose to further prominence through the psychological thriller The Sixth Sense, which earned him an Academy Award nomination of his own, and by starring in Steven Spielberg's AI, Artificial Intelligence. Osment, who was still in his early teens, had become one of Hollywood's most recognizable faces. As his once blooming career slowed in its ascension, Osment reportedly began struggling with substance abuse. One of his most notable legal troubles was a car accident in the summer of 2006 when he was only 18 years old. He lost control of his 1995 Saturn while driving through Glendale, California, then struck a mailbox which caused his vehicle to flip over. He managed to exit the Saturn on his own after suffering a broken rib and a fractured shoulder blade. Osment faced several charges that stemmed from him having had a blood alcohol level nearly twice the legal limit and for being in possession of marijuana. He faced jail time and ultimately pleaded no contest to driving under the influence of alcohol and misdemeanor drug possession. He was sentenced to 5 years probation, fined, and ordered to undergo 60 hours in an alcohol rehabilitation and education program. In more recent years, another incident involving Osment took the form of a public meltdown at a Las Vegas airport in 2018, The child star, then aged 29, started shouting obscenities in the gate agent's face upon being informed that the flight was full. He was quoted as threatening, "I'll destroy you," and also shouting, "Do you know who I am?" According to witnesses at the scene, many hadn't, in fact, recognized Osment.
No.
The authorities were called, but it's unclear what charges, if any, the former child actor faced. Number 5.
But check this out,
Sean
though.
Weiss.
Buddy Cubs is like, do you know who I am? No, don't nobody know who you is no more, bro. Because you got all of this fucking meat on your face and you don't look like that child actor no more, bro. And you know what? I had to have that same aha moment with myself. That's the reason why I say this. I was looking at my pictures. I didn't look nothing like I used to look, bro. I gotta get back to me, being me. I ain't feel like I was me no more. So I had to lose weight, get back in shape, get your mind right. Everybody, man, you gotta check yourself, real talk.
Although he's made appearance on several successful TV series, Sean Weiss is best known for his role as Greg Goldberg in the Mighty Ducks movies.
I remember,
the
this is my
trilogy
movie.
arguably represented the pinnacle of Weiss's acting career, but he would subsequently become the focus of media attention through a series of legal troubles, most noticeably since 2017. In July of that year, he was arrested for shoplifting close to $151 of electronics from
That was
a store.
him?
He pleaded no contest to petty theft charges and was sentenced to 150 days in the Los Angeles County Jail. Weiss served less than 2 weeks and was released due to overcrowded. 5 days after his newfound freedom, he was taken into custody for methamphetamine possession and ordered to spend 90 days in jail. In August of 2018, Weiss was arrested for public intoxication, with his mugshot showing the toll the addiction had taken on his body. He looked emaciated and ashen, nearly unrecognizable from the goalie he'd portrayed in Mighty Ducks. Weiss's most recent encounter with law enforcement occurred in 2020, after he'd broken into a man's house while under the influence of methamphetamine. The actor, then in his 40s, looked gaunt and disheveled, as he was still struggling with substance abuse. According to updates on his situation, the latter arrest prompted him to get help, and in early 2022, he celebrated 2 years of sobriety.
Good.
Number 4. Devin Ratbray. Actor Devin Ratbray had started acting professionally at the age of 9 and worked on various movies before landing the role of Buzz McAllister, the older brother of Macaulay Culkin's character, Kevin, in the first 2 movies of the massively popular Home Alone series. He continued working steadily in the years that followed before he was arrested on domestic violence charges on December the 8th of 2021. Ratbray, aged 44, was featured as one of the attractions at a convention in Oklahoma City. He'd reportedly gotten angry at his girlfriend, whose identity wasn't immediately released, for not charging 2 female fans for his autograph. Ratbray had reportedly been drinking heavily, and when the couple returned to their room at the Hyatt Place, Oklahoma City, he reportedly attacked his girlfriend. He pushed her onto the bed, then placed one hand on her mouth and the other.
I ain't gonna lie though, he should have kept that beard though to cover up that thing that he got going on right here though. I ain't gonna cap, like got the nerves to be putting his hands on women.
On her throat. He began choking her and allegedly said, "This is how you die." The woman bit his hand and broke free, at which point Ratbray punched her in the face repeatedly. The police were called and the victim was found to have sustained bruising and marks under both eyes, scrapes above her lip, and a chest bruise.
Look at that
Ratbray,
shit.
who denied ever attacking her, was taken into custody on charges of battery by strangulation, a felony, as well as misdemeanor domestic assault and battery. Number 3. Amanda Bynes. Amanda Bynes began acting professionally at the age of 7, making stage appearances in several musicals before she was cast by Nickelodeon on its sketch comedy series All That from 1996 to 2000. She went on to star in a spin-off series called The Amanda Show before mainly focusing on a rather short-lived feature movie career. While still predominantly recognized as a former child actor, Bynes began struggling with substance abuse and drawing media attention through controversies and legal troubles. In 2012, a few years after she had stopped appearing in movies and on TV, she was charged with driving under the influence in West Hollywood. In 2013, she was charged with reckless endangerment and marijuana possession after being found.
You know what, bro? I'm a little slow on this sometimes, y'all. Like, excuse me, but look, I was thinking that she was the same girl. What's that other girl that looked like her? Y'all know who the hell I'm talking about? Put it in the comments down below. She was like having a midlife crisis and shit. Thought she was black. until, like, you know, what's her name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Put it in the comments down below if y'all know what I'm talking about. Goddamn, keep going though.
Smoking in the lobby of her Manhattan apartment building.
I thought they was the same
former
person.
charge stemmed from her allegedly throwing a bong out the window of her 36th floor apartment, but the case was ultimately dismissed. Her family's concerns for her well-being increased in 2013 after Bynes was arrested in Ventura County, California, for starting a small fire in a stranger's driveway. She was hospitalized for 72 hours under a mental evaluation hold, and her mother was subsequently granted a conservatorship of her affairs. In 2014, Bynes accused her father of abuse on Twitter. The latter maintained his innocence, and the former child star subsequently stated that her father hadn't directly abused her, offering a peculiar reasoning by saying, "The microchip in my brain made me say those things, but he's the one that ordered them to microchip me." Not long afterwards, she announced that she'd been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Bynes later apologized to her family for the tweets and in 2018 told the media that with the help of her parents, she was 4 years sober, and remained best known for his work as a child actor in the 1990s and 2000s. He appeared on The Jamie Foxx Show, Family Matters, and The Proud Family, as well as on Disney Channel's That's So Raven. In February of 2016, Brown was arrested after he'd hit his then-girlfriend in the parking lot of a police station. Officers took him into custody and found methamphetamine on him, which consequently led to Brown being charged with drug possession with intent to sell, in addition to domestic battery, for attacking his girlfriend. The former child actor, then in his late 20s, failed to appear in court, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. Police eventually took him into custody in January of 2018 after responding to reports of a domestic disturbance at a residence in Barstow, California. The row involved Brown, his girlfriend, and the woman's mother. He was taken into custody on additional charges of drug possession and domestic battery, and once again missed his court date. On April the 13th, bounty hunters apprehended him in Las Vegas, where they found him hiding in a homeowner's closet. Number 1.
You know what though? They ain't give no, like, I don't like the way they just did him like that on there, because there is some updated information on Orlando Brown, bro. Don't be trying to do the only black motherfucker you want to put in a list like that. That shit crazy to me. He's actually doing better. He's dropping music. He got his head on straight, man. He's getting a lot of help. So I'm giving y'all the update. Y'all can go look on Orlando Brown. He's dropping, he actually can rap. Give him credit for that too as well. You know, he's doing a lot better. So kudos to him, which they failed to do in this video.
Danny Bonaduce.
Crazy.
Danny Bonaduce became famous in the 1970s as a child actor co-starring in the hit TV sitcom The Partridge Family. After the show, Bonaduce went on to have a moderately successful career in film, radio, and television, while also taking part in celebrity boxing events and professional wrestling bouts. Known for his choleric personality, Bonaduce had several run-ins with law enforcement in the early 1990s. He was arrested while trying to buy cocaine in Daytona Beach, Florida, on March the 9th of 1990. In a dark, ironic twist, it emerged that Bonaduce was there hosting an event for Drug Abuse Resistance Education, or DARE, a program aimed at educating children on the dangers of drugs. A little over a year later, in March of 1991, he was arrested for assaulting and robbing Darius Barney, a transvestite escort. The incident took place in Phoenix, Arizona, and Barney reportedly suffered cuts and a broken nose. Bonaduce pleaded guilty to reduced charges, and his punishment included paying his victims' medical bills. In October of 2007, at the Fox Reality Awards, there was an altercation between Bonaduce and Survivor contestant Johnny Fairplay. They were both on stage, and Fairplay had reportedly jumped on the former child star to hug him. Bonaduce, a black belt in the Korean martial art of Tang Soo Do, subsequently claimed that he didn't like Fairplay's hands being so close to his throat. He adjusted his balance and threw the Survivor contestant over his head. Because he was holding a microphone at the time, Fairplay was unable to brace and landed face first.
Let that shit go.
Off the stage and was later reported to have lost some teeth, in addition to suffering a broken toe. Fairplay pressed charges and a felony battery investigation was opened, but ultimately dropped by the LA District Attorney's Office, which concluded that Bonaduce had acted in self-defense.
You know what? That's a fact though, bro. You just don't be jumping on people like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can exchange words, have a good time and stuff, but look, I feel him though. I don't want nobody touching on me, jumping on me like that. You know what I'm saying? I have every right to dump you off of me. You see how he jumped on him, bro? That's real disrespectful. But one thing that I do see a habit of, like, in this video right here, they was giving like, oh, you know, this person has started from here, and then they give the end resolution. But I ain't like that about Orlando Brown. They want to end it on that right there, bro. It's a lot that he doing right now. He's in a way better place than most of these people on this list. Currently, to this day, he's recovered. He's doing a lot better. That's crazy. They ain't even give an update on that. But we got to highlight one thing though. I think that although, man, I'm just gonna say it. I think, man, look, man, something is happening to these young stars, and it's a multiple of things. I think it's they're around too many adults too early in the real world. They don't have time to be a child, so therefore, you know, they're trying to, you know, comprehend things in their brains that aren't making sense at the level that they should be in. That's why I think it's important for children to be around other children and have a good time, and, you know, just enjoy being a child. They don't need to be involved in grown-up activities and, you know, be working like that, because it would destroy the direct foundation of how the child mind, you know, grows and develops over time. So I think a lot of these people, like, they go through traumatic things dealing with these adults. Their brain is trying to figure out a way to deal with it, and therefore they develop these conditions, and their life just spiral out of control, man. So yeah, I sympathize with them, and, you know, that's something that, you know, we need to pay attention to. You feel me? But yeah, shout out to Orlando Brown, man. I don't like the way they did you on this video, man. Shout out to you for recovering and doing your thing. But I'll see you on the next video. And like I always say, man, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next video, and I'm out though. Bye.